Peacemaker Season 2 has a chance to firmly establish James Gunn's plans for the DCU and to firmly say that it's here to stay. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, my name is Troy. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to talk Peacemaker Season 2, which premieres next Thursday, August 21st. I want to share 3 things that I think the show needs to do, again, to firmly establish where we're going in the DCU and to let all of us know, the audience, that they're going to be around here to stay. Now, when Peacemaker Season 1 came out, it was a good surprise for a lot of us fans. It was a character that spun out of James Gunn's Suicide Squad that came out in 2021 with a show that premiered just soon after that. And so I think a lot of us were caught off surprised when they announced this, but after watching the show, we understood why they wanted to make this character more of a permanent fixture in this world because just how great John Cena performed. And so a lot of us were excited when it was announced that James Gunn was taking over as the co-head of DC Studios and would be bringing this character into that canon as well. And so I'm excited to see where this goes next week, as well as the opportunity that it has to firmly establish things. The first thing that I want to see from this show is continuity in the new DCU. This is his first appearance in James Gunn's new universe, his first full appearance rather, as we did get a quick cameo in Superman that came out last month. But this is the chance to really set the tone in the live action sense of where we're going to be going. James Gunn has teased up quite a bit of the importance of this show going forward in the larger DCU. Now, he did say at the San Diego Comic-Con panel just a few weeks ago that this takes place 1 month after Superman and takes place a couple years after the events of Season 1, and that they're also going to establish in that recap segment of the premiere as to what they're pulling from Season 1 that's going to be canon and what isn't. Now, I think it's important as to establish this universe that they are being a little bit selective in what they're saying is canon and what is not. I think that's important to, again, kind of set that tone of continuity. But I'm interested to see how that translates into the events that we saw in Superman and coming out of that. Because again, James Gunn did tease on that panel that Peacemaker is really searching for his place in this new world, how he is not accepted as this hero after the events of Superman, because again, how heroic that was, of how victorious Superman was over Lex Luthor, and he's trying to find his spot in this world, and that they're going to explore the multiverse a little bit, which we'll get to in just a minute, where he's trying to find a place that maybe does accept him more of as a hero. And so I want to feel a sense of connectivity coming out of Superman, especially when they're teasing the Justice Gang and Maxwell Lord to have a presence in this show. We don't know how much. It could just be the premiere. It could be a little bit more than that. But again, I think it lends to that kind of hero sought after role that Peacemaker is seeking, because it feels like he's interviewing for a spot on that team and potentially joining that group of heroes. And so I'm curious to see how that connectivity happens. And I think they have a real chance as to kind of bleed over the events of that movie into this show to show a level of connectivity there that, again, is going to make us feel like this universe is already further established and further lived in. That was something that I really appreciated about Superman, is that we just jumped right into it. 3 years of him being Superman, that metahumans have existed for such a long time. And so I hope that this show connects and further establishes this universe as being one that's already lived in, that it's explored a little bit, and so that we as audience can just jump right in and enjoy the action. The second thing that I want to see out of the show is further character development. I think what made Season 1 of Peacemaker so special is that we saw John Cena do a lot in this role that we hadn't seen him before. A lot of depth, dealing with his father and all the issues that plagued him there. Again, dealing with the events of the first Suicide Squad movie and what happened there with Rick Flag and coming out of that. And so I think there's a chance here to really continue for James Gunn to establish why he's such a prolific writer in writing emotion and having that further character development in this character. I mean, that was one of the things that we loved in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 with Rocket Raccoon, was giving him a chance to shine with this development. And I think we could see further that with Peacemaker in this show. Again, as it seems to be a little bit more vulnerable than he was in Season 1 with this identity issues of wanting to be accepted, of wanting to be adored, and wanting to be a hero, and seeking out a place that maybe he feels that more naturally in a different universe and exploring that. And so I think they have a real opportunity to continue that tone that worked so well in Superman and saying, hey, this is going to be something that's going to be consistent across other DCU projects. Because I think there was a reason why when he had his quick cameo in Superman, that he got such a warm reception to that moment. My theater had an audible excitement that he was on that screen just for a few moments. And I think it's because of the work that they did with this character in season 1. And I want to see that continue. I want to see more reasons to root for this character, more reasons to love this character and want to see him succeed, want to see him be happy. And so I hope that we get more of that going forward here in season 2. And lastly, from season 2, I want to see a clear DCU direction. Again, James Gunn has teased up that there is going to be a clear direction at the end of this, that people are going to know where we are going in the larger schemes of the DCU after this season airs. And I hope that's the case. I hope it's clear because, again, I think some multiverse stuff, different dimension things can get a little confusing. I think that, again, if we reflect on the multiverse saga of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that's been a main critique, that things have been a little bit convoluted and confusing. And so I think they have an opportunity here to make this exploration of the multiverse or different dimensions clear, concise, and different than what Marvel's tried to do in the last few years. We saw in Superman that there was a pocket dimension that Lex Luthor kept people in. And we see in this show, and it teased in the trailers, that Peacemaker has a different dimension of sorts, that he can go into different universes and explore those, as again, he's seeking out a world in which he is a hero. And so again, I hope this all ties up nicely and it's not convoluted, it's not confusing, it's not confounding, where we can end the show and say, okay, this is where we're going in the DCU, and it's exciting, and it's clear, and it's fresh. Again, if we're setting up a larger universe, it's important for this show, if James Gunn is stating the importance of it, to tease up potential crossovers of characters and stories and things that we may see down the line because of how they approach this topic. And so again, I hope that walking out of this, that we have a clear idea that can only further build the excitement that we have that James Gunn established after Superman. But overall, I'm very much looking forward to this show next week. I, again, loved season 1. I adored it. It was such a big surprise, and I'm really excited to see how they continue to explore this character going forward in season 2. But what do you guys think? Drop your comments down below. What are you looking for in Peacemaker Season 2? What theories do you have about the multiverse exploration that they're going to do? What are you hoping that James Gunn sets up for the future of the DCU in this show? Let me know. Drop a comment down below. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe for more content, guys, and thanks for tuning in.